Girls Can Read. Hey guys, it's Katie and welcome to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a book haul! I know it hasn't been long since my last book haul, but honestly, this past week I've received so many books in the mail from publishers. A couple of pre-orders have come and a couple of purchases are going to be in this haul as well. But it's enough to do a book haul, and you guys, let's be honest, love seeing book hauls. I love doing book hauls. I love sharing with you guys the new books that have come in the mail, and I'm so super excited to share these with you guys. So as always, the review books are going to be the first that I am going to show. So the first of which is Wing Jones by Catherine Webber. This is sent from Hotkey Books, and it's said that it's for fans of David Levithan, Yandy Nelson and Rainbow Rowell. It's an uplifting debut about the power of hope and what we can all achieve if we believe in ourselves. And on the back here it says, with a grandmother from China and another from Ghana, 15-year-old Wing Jones is often caught between worlds. When tragedy strikes, she discovers an extraordinary talent that she never knew she had, and with her running, it could bring her family everything that it needs. It could also keep her from the one thing that she truly wants. So it sounds like a really interesting contemporary, and on the press release here it says that it actually doesn't come out until the 5th of January, so it's going to be a new year, new release, and also they very nicely sent these really awesome shoelaces that came with it, so that's pretty cool, like running shoelaces. Now maybe if I wear these it might make me run like really well, who knows. The next book came as an utter surprise. I'm so really honestly grateful to Macmillan for sending this to me. But they sent me Heartless by Marissa Meyer. This is one of my most anticipated releases this autumn. I'm so excited and really happy. Massive thank you to the publicity team at Macmillan for sending this. I'm so grateful. I really honestly am. But this is just what everybody is talking about at the moment. It doesn't actually come out until February next year, which is in my birth month. So it's going to be a great month, let's just be honest. But it says on the back here, before she was the Queen of Hearts, she was just a girl who wanted to fall in love. A quirky, romantic Alice in Wonderland origin story from the best-selling author of the Lunar Chronicles, Wonderland, as you've never seen it before. A teenage Queen of Hearts who loves baking, a mysterious court jester, and a ferocious Jabberwocky. That's literally all it says. Sounds so freaking awesome. I've known people that have read this already. I'm so excited, guys. I'm honestly so excited. So I don't know when I'm going to get around to reading it. I'll probably try and get it read like pretty soon. Have a review up for you guys before the release date, so you know my thoughts on it and all that sort of jazz. But honestly, thank you to Macmillan again. The next set of books are all from Hotkey Books, so massive thank you to them for sending these to me. The first of which I'm actually currently reading it. I started it today. This is Fly on the Wall by E. Lockhart, and this is obviously her latest book. Now it is really short, that is why I started it as well. I thought, you know what, I can probably actually read and finish this in one sitting and get it read and reviewed for you guys. But you know what, starting off, I'm only 30 pages in. It's a really short book. There's like less than 200 pages in this, and I'm actually enjoying it so far. But it's all about in a school, and it's just a school of like art and media and all that. And then we have Gretchen, who is like the ordinary quiet girl. She's in the background. Then there's the Art Rats, who are a group of popular boys. Sweet, funny and annoying, confusing, especially Titus, and he is on Gretchen's radar, but she's too scared to make the first move. If only she could be a fly on the wall to find out what boys are really like. And I just know that she's gonna try and like listen in and hear on something and probably find something out that she didn't want to hear about, which is why it says here how one girl saw everything. So when it really gets into it, I'm looking forward to it, but so far so good. It's actually like quick, short and quirky, so thank you to Hotkey for sending this to me. The next book that they sent to me was The Amateurs by Sarah Shepherd. So this is her new and latest book, and I am so super excited about this, and I am just like, oh my god. I am, yes, just Sarah Shepherd, Pretty Little Liars, The Lying Game, and now there's just this. and then there's like the Perfectionist and the Good Girls, which are on the back there, which I do own and I do need to read. And now that I have this, I'm just like, wow. And just, I love the little fingerprint there, that's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm really super excited to begin Sarah Shepard's books. I've been meaning to, and I do want to, and just, yeah, it's just awesome. So thank you for sending this to me, Hotkey Books. Also from Hotkey Books, they sent me Our Chemical Hearts by Crystal Sutherland. This cover is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. Just it's blue, it's the fishes, and it's, oh, it feels so nice. And look at that shininess. I always thought the moment you met the love of your life would be more like the movies. Henry Page is a film buff and a hopeless romantic. He is waiting for that slow-mo, heart-palpitating, can't eat, can't sleep kind of love that he has seen in the movies, so the last person he expects to fall in love with is Grace. Grace Town is not your normal leading lady. She dresses in oversized men's clothing, smells like she hasn't washed in weeks, and walks with a cane. She is nobody's idea of a dream girl, but he can't stop thinking about her. There's something broken about Grace though. A small part of her soul is cracked from the secrets in her past, and Henry wants nothing more than to put her back together again, but will she let him? So it says here, John Green meets Rainbow Rowell in this heartbreaking tale of bittersweet first love. Now this, I feel like it's going to be a really great contemporary read. Not just because like it's just going to be like a John Green meets Rainbow Rowell, but it's just sort of interesting how he's falling in love with somebody not for their looks or anything. He's falling in love with them purely for them, and I feel like that's why it's just going to be heart-wrenching and amazing, and I'm so super excited to give this a read, so thank you, Hotkey. The next book that Hotkey Books sent to me is Lost Stars by Lisa Sellen Davis, and this looks like a really beautiful, pretty cover. Maybe they're not gone, those stars. Maybe they're just lost. Maybe they're just trying to find their way home. Carrie is lost and she's angry at almost everything and everyone, but most of all she's angry at her big sister Ginny for dying. Pretty much the only thing that keeps her sane is her music. Even her beloved Comet, the faithful friend that she has been following for years and can't help her now that her dad has taken away her telescope. And then she meets Dean, who is sitting out on his front step playing guitar early one summer morning, and everything changes forever. A lyrical, wryly funny come-of-age story about love, grief, and one very special comet. And you know what? I am a massive fan of astrology and especially music as well, and I feel like I'm going to really actually enjoy this book. I used to actually have a telescope of my own when I was younger. I'm excited. And the last book from Hotkey Books is Cell 7 by Kerry Drury. Look at this awesome cover. That just blue. Yes, Hotkey, blue. Should she live or die? You decide. An adored celebrity has been killed. 16-year-old Martha Honeydew was found holding a gun standing over the body. Now justice must prevail. The general public will decide whether Martha is innocent or guilty by viewing daily episodes of the hugely popular TV show Death in Justice, the only TV show that gives the power of life and death in decisions, all for the price of a premium rate phone call. Martha has admitted to the crime, but is she guilty? Or is reality more complicated than the images we are shown on TV? So it sounds really cool, really interesting, different and quirky, and I kind of like that sort of thing. And just looking at it, it just seems like it's shown really interestingly. Obviously, in this sort of format, I'm guessing that's when we see the clips on the TV. But I think that's just awesome, and I feel like it's going to be a really interesting sort of thriller and a mystery, and yeah, I'm excited. So the last review book that I have to share with you, I'm very highly anticipating as well. It was also on my autumn highly anticipated releases list, and this is Replica by Lauren Oliver. Now I just want to share this with you guys because this is the final finished copy, and a massive thank you to Hodder for sending this to me. Especially Fleur, like Fleur, you're awesome, I love you to pieces. And yeah, so this book is interesting and I will show you why. So we have two split sides to this. We have side Lyra, and then whoop, we have side Gemma. Now The interesting thing about this is you will read their story to the middle of the book where it finishes. And if I show you, even if I went to near the end of this book, it's upside down, so you can't read it. The only way for you to read it is obviously if you close the book without damaging the hard cover and flip, and then you start their story. So it's up to you. Doesn't really matter which person, which part of the story you want to start it from, but it's two different characters and then they meet throughout the story. So it's just from Gemma's perspective, from Lyra's perspective. One of them is an experiment, one of them is a human, and it just sounds freaking good. Two girls, two stories, one epic novel. And you know what? I'm really excited. I'm probably actually going to start with Lyra. I'm going to start with the human, I think, when I read it. But it's really interesting, and it's just basically about the Haven Institute, which is a building tucked away on a private island off the coast of Florida. And from a distance it looks serene and even beautiful, but up close the locked doors, the military guards and biohazard suits tell a different story. Haven is a clandestine research facility where thousands of replicas or human models are born, raised and observed. When a surprise attack is launched on Haven, two of its young experimental subjects, Lyra, number 24, and the boy known as 72, manage to escape. Encountering a world they never knew existed outside their secluded upbringing, they meet Gemma, and as they try to understand Haven's purpose together, they uncover some earth-shattering secrets that will change the lives of both girls forever. A masterful novel that explores the issues of individuality, identity and humanity. So apologies, Lyra is the experiment, and so that means I'm going to have to start with Gemma, who is the human. So I just kind of feel like I want to start with the human girl first. So yeah, and I just want to show you this butterfly. In the middle of the book, it's split up by this butterfly. I think that's just pretty cool and awesome, and I'm super excited. And I'll just show you like what it looks like underneath. This is just like the British cover, so there you go, that's what it looks like underneath the dust jacket, for those of you who are interested. But guys, I'm so excited to read this. I feel like I've been waiting so long for it. It's finally arrived. Oh, I have it in my hands. It is so beautiful, and I feel like I'm going to really honestly enjoy this. I feel like it's going to be like one of my favourites because it just sounds so cool. So hopefully I do like it. Hopefully it just lives up to the hype that's going around at the moment. But I'm definitely going to be giving this a read pretty damn soon for you all. With the review books out of the way, I've now got the books that I've purchased. I'm going to next begin with the two books that I have purchased. And the first of all is Who's That Girl by Mary McFarlane. Now this is a chick lit novel. She's a chick lit author. This was in Poundland for £1 for this bulky book, and it sounds really, really funny, like really hilarious, really awesome. And it says here that it is about Edie, who is caught up in a compromising position at her colleague's wedding. All the blame falls on her. It turns out that personal popularity in the office is not that different from your school days. Shamed online and ostracised by everyone that she knows, she's forced to take a sabbatical, ghostwriting an autobiography for hot new acting agent talent Elliot Owen. Easy, right? Wrong? Banished back to her hometown of Nottingham, Edie is not only dealing with a man who probably hasn't heard the word no in a decade, but also suffering an excruciating regression to her teenage years as she moves back in with her widowed father and judgy layabout sister. When the world is asking who you are, it's not hard to question yourself. Who's that girl? Edie is ready to find out. So I've heard that Mary McFarlane's books are really hilarious and really funny, and I'm in the mood for like a funny and hilarious chick lit book. So when I saw this, I saw it straight away and I was like, wow, it's only £1. Like, that's an absolute bargain. So for those of you that are in the UK, go to Poundland right now and get this book, because honestly it's only £1. This next book came all the way from America. It was from an Amazon used place, and I was like, you know what, I don't mind waiting a couple of weeks for this to arrive. It actually arrived pretty quickly considering it came from America, and this is P.S. I Like You by Casey West. I've loved all of Casey West's books. I'm a massive fan of her. I automatically buy her books, and so this book, unfortunately, it's only available in hardcover at the moment, so that's why I bought this. But I'm super excited to give it a read. I just love all of her books. They're just honestly pink balls of fluff. They make me feel really happy. It's that sort of really fluff ball reads, and I feel like I'm going to really enjoy this. I've actually heard like from a few people that this is just like an adorable read, so I'm honestly looking forward to this one. Now I'm going to move on to my last two books, which are going to be my two books that I pre-ordered. The first of which is Frost by M.P. Kozlowski. And this was another book that I mentioned in my autumn highly anticipated releases. So of course I had to pre-order this, but it just sounds so good. It is about 16-year-old Frost who understands why she spent her entire life in an abandoned apartment building. The ruined streets below are hunting grounds for rogue robots and eaters. She understands why she's never met a human besides her father. She even understands why he forbids her to look for medicine for her dying pets. But the thing is, it's not her real father giving the orders, it's her memories. Before he died, Frost's father uploaded his consciousness into their robot servant, but the technology malfunctioned and now her father fades in and out. So when she learns that there might be medicine on the other side of the ravaged city, she embarks on a dangerous journey to save the one living creature she loves. With only a robot as a companion, she must face terrors of all sorts, from outrunning the vicious eaters to talking to the first boy she's ever set eyes on. But can a girl who's only seen the world through books and dusty windows survive on her own, or will her first journey from home be her last? I've been told this is kind of like The Walking Dead but with robots, and I love The Walking Dead, and I just think like this is just, it sounds so cool, like really interesting and different, and I'm so honestly excited to get around to reading this. And the last book in this haul is going to be Spare and Found Parts by Sarah Maria Griffin, which again was also in my highly anticipated autumn releases. And I'm just like, oh my god, like it's so nice to finally have this in my hands, and it sounds so cool. So this one says, it's not easy to make friends when your heart ticks like a clock, like a bomb, when your father is a genius who saved you and many others from a devastating virus with his invention of biomechanical limbs, when everyone expects the same revolutionary ideas from you. You have never connected, not until you find that mannequin's hand on the beach, that hand that gives you an idea. If your father can build parts, why can't you build a whole person? A whole person who understands you when no one else does, who could be the key to everything your society has tried to keep hidden and forgotten. All life begins with a spark, but you aren't the only one who knows that, or the only one keeping a secret. I'll just show you the underneath of this one as well, and that's very cool. It's kind of blue and it's awesome. And whoop, and also I'll just show you like the underneath of these two as well, because I completely forgot to show you what was underneath Frost as well. So this is like what Frost looks like underneath the dust jacket, and then this is what P.S. I Like You looks like under the, oh wow, I like this one. I like this one. There's like an indentation. I don't know if you can see it. It's really hard to see on the camera, but there is an indent there. That's pretty cool. I really like that. I really honestly like that. That is pretty. I like when they make it pretty underneath covers. Oh yeah, and then like underneath Harry Mafale's, it's just nice and white and awesome. So there you go, that's underneath all of the dust jackets that I've just shown you as well. Please do let me know down below if you've read any of these books, like these ones that I've purchased, or if you're excited for any of these awesome review books that I have received. If there's anyone that you'd like me to read first, that you want me to do a review on, so that I can let you guys know what I think, then let me know down below as well. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I hope you're going to have an absolutely fantastic day wherever you are. Keep smiling, keep reading, and be happy, and I'll see all of you wonderful, awesome people in my next video.